All right, it is time for another flipped classroom. So, this topic is going to be on organizational structure today, and I'm really excited to talk about this topic that may seem really boring, but it's not. The big picture is this, that we forget how important our institutions are. Organizations and institutions, when I think on a larger scale, I start to think institutions. So organizations, institutions, and then maybe societies or civilizations. And really, I can use these terms interchangeably because the principles will all apply. Basically, what we're talking about is how important these structures, these collectives of humans are to our survival and thriving as individuals, as a species. I think, and I'm in good company, that our ability to organize is what puts us at the top of the food chain. But it hasn't been explained to people this way, and it really concerns me when you think about how important understanding organizational structure is, how important organizations are to our lives, and how the people running organizations don't really think about structure. They just kind of ascend up the hierarchy because they're in the quest for authority. This is no joke. This is what's running our institutions. And my great concern is people don't know the technicalities of running an organization, which, doesn't be like, well, Adam, why are you so concerned? But if I were talking about airplanes and pilots not knowing the technicalities of the airplane, you'd go, okay, I get the point. We have people running institutions who don't really study organizational development. The three roles are strategic, tactical, and operational. But then here's what happens when we start to see a lack of a cusp at that maybe supervisor level. Or here we see a break at the manager level. It could be like in the VP ranks or the director ranks or the senior manager ranks. Something's not getting through from strategic to tactical. Another way to look at this wedge would be to break it down. I think of it gears. Strategies are like your big gears, and your tactics are your medium gears, and they turn the big gears. And your actions or operations are your smaller gears, and they turn your tactics. But next, and even simultaneously, you could kind of think of these four principles maybe happening simultaneously or overlapping, but it's managing neurology. So I want to say a few things about that. Communication's a neurological event. When somebody communicates, it tells me a lot about what is in their nervous system. Even if they're trying to hide, deceptive communication even can tell you what's in someone's nervous system. So in our view, we view communication as a neurological event. And what that means is it emphasizes communication. It recognizes how deeply entwined it is with our nervous and neurological processes, our TFBs. That communication isn't just some abstract thing, that it is part of our design and our functioning. Okay, so I would love to go into this more. This is Daniel Goleman's. I didn't cite it here. Goleman. He's kind of considered the main person with emotional intelligence. And I just drew his model this way. It's not represented this way usually, but these are the four aspects of emotional intelligence. It starts with self-awareness. Self-awareness leads to two things. It leads to self-management. The more aware I am, the better I can manage myself. The more aware of my thoughts, the better I can manage them. The more aware of my feelings, the better I can manage them. The more aware of my behaviors, the better I can manage them. But self-awareness also unlocks social awareness. What that means is the more aware of myself I am, the more I'm able to be aware of others around me, the more I can empathize. Well, if this made me feel weird, it probably is making them feel weird. If I'm upset about it, they're probably upset about it. If my StrengthsFinder themes are affecting how I'm perceiving it, then their StrengthsFinder themes, even though their themes are different, could be affecting it as well. Self-management plus social awareness combine to lead to better social management, which means relationships. And that's what we want. The better I can manage myself and the better I can be aware of other people, the better I can manage the relationship. And that's the beauty of emotional intelligence. So in getting better at all of these is also about managing our neurology. Fewer misunderstandings, better decisions and less impulsive decisions, increased empathy, better resolution of conflicts, or even preemption. That's what I'm into. I call it defusing the drama bomb, because conflict is too late. We have to do a lot of work and put a lot of resource once conflict is there. But if we can align earlier, that's what it's about. I try to convey a lot of the ideas visually about progression theory. And one of the things I want to say is that this shouldn't interfere with people's way of thinking already. This should be this is more like an overlay. Progression theory is something you would put on top of your life and what you're already doing, and use it as a guide to see if it's getting you to where you want to go. So alignment is very important. I want to spend some time on it. And one of the key concepts, and here we define alignment, the state in which all related elements or factors function optimally individually and collectively, and the degree to which they move the outcomes toward thriving. That would be alignment. Contrast would be the opposite. It's the state in which one or more of the related elements or factors function suboptimally, and the outcomes move away from thriving, move in the opposite direction. So the alignment meter here is a really powerful tool. It's basic, but again, it's an overlay of everything you experience you could place on this alignment meter.